Tip number 4, if you get frequent yeast infection.
Oh, so now we're really exposing the fucking magic of Disneyland now. All right, what is going on, guys? Today we are back with the second episode of Girl Chat, and we are following in the fashion of how we did Tips for Dicks. I believe this was the second one in Tips for Dicks. I might have already fucked up the order. It's hard to say, but I'm hoping I'm still going in the right order, because that's what I plan on doing, unless we accidentally stray off or something, which hopefully doesn't happen, but I may have done it already. However, today we're doing Girl Chat with Mia Malkova. Now, when it comes to the internet and Mia Malkova, there's quite a few places your mind might go. One would be like the hub. 2 would be OnlyFans, I don't know if you fucking, who the fuck knows. And 3 would probably be the weird Twitch Rich Campbell relationship that horrendously fell apart somewhat recently, and all of that good stuff. But putting all of that aside, we're gonna hear Mia Malkova's tips for the ladies out there. So let's go ahead, let's see how right these are, how wrong these are, and also how they may apply to us guys, because we just love making everything about us. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hi, I'm Mia Malkova, and this is Girl Chat. So tip number 1, it's very important to pamper yourself and take time just for you. So I recommend...
She low-key seems like she doesn't want to be here. I don't know why, but just the way that she sounds exhausted. That's probably the best way I could describe it.
Spa days. Take very good care of yourself and relax. Tip number 2, if you have a bush and you want to shave it.
What the fuck? Dude, what? That just... that was so out of left field. Just, if you have a bush... way to come out of fucking left field, but okay, let's see.
Right? The way that I do it is I use the littlest razor that I can find, and I only go by the edges, and I take off only a little bit at a time. And
I feel like I didn't need to know this. This is ruining the magic at Disneyland, right? I don't need to know the process behind what I'm seeing, I just kind of would prefer if it was just there, I don't really need to know the inner workings of it. It's great, but I don't need to know how it got to there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But I guess I kind of took on that burden when I started doing this series. So moving forward.
As well with the bush, I feel like having one there helps prevent you from getting razor burn if you get it often.
Good tip. Babe, protect that skin. Nobody wants razor burn, right? And be protected against it. Have a bush. Dude, this episode has gone downhill so fast. I mean, the Riley Reid one was so good, and this one has just fallen off of a cliff, and we're only 30 seconds through the video. Although this one's kind of short. It's only a minute and 30 seconds, but I feel like we're going downhill really quickly.
Tip number 3, if a guy's not acting interested in you, just move on. You want somebody who shows interest.
I mean, I feel like we didn't really have to say that, but maybe. I don't know. Just me personally, if I'm interested in someone and I'm trying to start a conversation or do something like that or blah blah blah, or trying to hang out or something, and they're just ducking me all the time, then it's yeah, you know what, that's that. I could probably figure out in 1-2 weeks if it's gonna happen or not gonna happen, and then it's yeah, okay, nope. But I don't know how girls work. Maybe you guys latch on to people a little more. But I guess good tip, don't really waste your time on somebody that isn't gonna put in the time for you, or like just doesn't seem interested in you, because it's probably not gonna happen. And then if it does happen for some weird reason, they already have that kind of tendency to just neglect you a little bit. So I don't know, don't waste your time, keep going, do your own thing, be your own person, find the fucking right one.
Tip number 4, if you get frequent yeast infection.
Oh, so now we're really exposing the fucking magic of Disneyland now. I know I'm gonna sound like all of those, like all what the girls complain about all the time, where they're like, "Oh my god, dude, I try and talk about some shit with my boyfriend, and he's just like, whoa." He's like, "I didn't want to fucking know that." But this is definitely one of those things where, like, if you don't have to deal with it, it's better to not know about it. I unfortunately learned this through a relationship, because I was with somebody who had this issue, and it was not great. Not something that you really want to hear about. But let's see her mystical, magical tips. Yeah, I'm persevering for the fucking women out there. Let's go.
Something that's really helped me is boric acid suppositories. And you can get...
Okay, now, my medical terminology might not be the best, right? Maybe I don't have the A1 medical terminology to rule them all. But last time I checked, I believe a suppository goes into your ass. Like, I might not be 100% right, or maybe it can go other places, maybe that's what's happening here. I don't know, but not something for me. Maybe for the women out there, maybe this is like the tip that just saved your life. Hard to say, but let's keep moving forward.
Get those over the counter, and they're completely natural. Tip number 5, if you're going to try anal sex with your partner for the first time.
Oh, where is this gonna go? Isn't this this is the same lady that talked about prepping for anal on the was it Logan Paul's podcast, or was that Riley Reid? Maybe that was Riley Reid. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's like I have like a cinematic universe in my head from doing all of these now, and they just all kind of pop in and out at different times. But let's keep going.
I recommend that your partner goes very, very, very slowly, and that you use...
Okay, now this is probably a good tip for people all around the board. If you're a guy, do not just jam that shit in there, okay? When you're doing your poop fracking, don't just jam that shit right. There's so much fucking wrong with everything I just said. But don't go too fast. You will legitimately injure the girl. It will actually 100% injure her, probably. I guess it kind of depends on her specific situation or how experienced she may be. But don't do that. It's definitely better to just slow down a little bit, because you don't want to hurt somebody as a guy. And as a girl, don't expect, if you're like going into this, to just like get fucking plowed, I guess. Because you're also going to probably want to tell the person, hey, slow the fuck down at certain points. And also, as a girl, don't be afraid to say that. As a guy, if a girl said that, I would probably just be a little more cautious. I'm not going to get fucking upset or have like some weird reaction or anything like that. It's just going to be, all right, fair. Like, we'll take this a little slower. We'll go about this in a better way that's more comfortable for you. So yeah, that's how. Good tip. That's a good tip. And yeah, with the lube thing, also very good tip.
Use as much lube as you possibly can, and that you be turned on first.
And that's probably helpful too. I don't know, but coming from her, who I've personally viewed, she probably knows what to do in the situation.
This has been Girl Chat with Mia Malkova.
All right, so not that was an interesting one. We definitely got into some parts that I wasn't ready for, that I wasn't expecting, but overall it was pretty good. I feel like we once again got some good tips out. We had a good laugh at a couple things, and yeah, it was pretty good. I'm enjoying this series so far, so I hope you guys are as well. If you did like this video, make sure you leave a like as well as hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. All of them are greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.